Hey guys, it's Dave here. It is Wednesday night. I haven't been live on Facebook at night in a long time because I'm doing so much over on Instagram. But I said, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna tag my wife. Let's see if I can tag her. If I can find her. Tag. I tagged you. No, I tagged you. Uh-oh. I don't know how to get out of here. I think I'm still live. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Oh, there we are. Okay, I'm back. So come sit. I haven't told my wife what this video is going to be about, but I want her to hear because I know she can add value to it when I talk about it. So,
we'll see.
Yes, tech. So, like I said, I haven't been live on here in a while because I've been doing so much on Instagram. The last, my God, forever and live on there, but I want to share a story with you guys at night. So this is I was telling Kristen, the greatest story ever told. So I was listening to a YouTube video yesterday of John Maxwell. And John Maxwell is the leadership expert in the world. He's a best-selling author. He has written a ridiculous amount of books. I contribute a lot of our business success to learning in all areas of life of leadership, in all different levels. And he said that he got a gift once from a lady, and she gave him a book as a gift. And the book was on the title, The Greatest Story Ever Told. And he said he was so excited. He was at a party. It was wrapped. He was given the book. He opened it up. He looked at the cover, The Greatest Story Ever Told. And he was excited to go home. And after the party, he went home and he wanted to read this book. And he wanted to get it. And he opened the book and the pages were blank. The pages were blank. And there was a note from his friend that said, John, what rests in here is the blank pages that can be filled with all of the hopes and dreams and goals and ideas that you have that you now can control and write that story. And she said, the greatest story ever told is your story. And the greatest story, though, that ever told to write that book is to, in fact, create the life that you want, and realizing that it may be a chapter in your life, it may be a page in your life, but it's not the book of your life. So I thought that was really powerful of a blank book, that we as human beings have the ability every single day to choose what we're going to do in our life every single day. Mm-hmm. And I think that so often that people, let it snowball out of effect and just think that it's the pity party and life can't get better. And I put a post up yesterday like, change doesn't happen by accident. Change happens by taking action. And you have to be the person, you have to be the change you want to see. And if you had that blank book and in fact you wanted to go after those things, you're the one that needs to write those pages, right? That's pretty powerful.
Very powerful.
So
absolutely.
I put Kristen on the spot and said, but doesn't that applies to so many people, areas of our life, business, when we started?
I think that the switch is when people stop playing the victim mentality.
Yep.
And they say, I'm going to be the victor, not the victim.
Yep.
And stop blaming everything around me for what is happening to me or what has happened to me. And I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to take ownership going forward.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people take their past and they use that as their excuse as to why they aren't where they want to be, or why they can never get to where they want to be because I was brought up like this or because of X, Y, and Z. But really, we have a lot of power to change that story, to write the end of your book, right? And
the thing is, like I learned from John Maxwell, like he said, a tree can only be a tree, right? A dog can only be a dog. But human beings, like, are so powerful beyond measure, but we have to get out of the victim mentality and be a victor. And I think that we have to understand that starts with change, and it starts with being uncomfortable, and it starts with understanding that everything worthwhile is uphill, and it starts to understand. And unfortunately, with the time we live in, it's a microwave mentality. Yeah. It's a generation that people want success now. People that we help in our health and fitness groups want to lose the 30 pounds that they gained over the last 2 years in a week. And so many people quit because they don't trust the process. they rush the process and they get fed up. So we go to gadgets and quick fixes if things don't work. But I think that if we really went after our dreams and we realized goals aren't like an end, there's no end to it. And David Goggins was saying, if you look at all your goals as a destination, you're going to have that roller coaster of up and down and whatever your goals and dreams are. Maybe it's weight loss. But if you realize it's a never-ending journey of improvement, and you realize that every day you have to push yourself and as he says, embrace the suck, like do something that stinks every day, that's where the growth happens. You know, so when this Greatest Story Ever Told book, and I and I heard it, and it was empty, and that's your book, and that's you as a human being have the power to write your story, and that will be the greatest story ever told. But the last thing I want to share, and I said to Kristen, the thing with Denzel Washington. And Denzel,
and that's the thing Lindsay said too.
Yeah, so Denzel Washington said that he talked about that, you know, at every point in your life, every single person in their life, eventually we all are going to die. It's a morbid thing, but it's going to happen. And he said that, I want you to picture right now, and this is the last thing I want to finish with you guys, and Daisy, you're going to like this one. I want you to picture right now, you're in your hospital bed, and you are dying. You're 95 years old, or maybe you're 75 years old. I don't know.
You're 95
I don't
years
know. But you're in your hospital bed, you're lying there, and over you are the ghosts of all your dreams, the ideas, the hopes, and all of the things you wanted to do in your life. And your ghost is sitting there saying, I came to you. I came to you and you never did anything with me. I came to you and said, let's go after this goal and dream, but you didn't act on it. And there on your bed are the ghosts that are haunting you from your life by you not acting on the things that you want in your life and those hopes and dreams, because you're letting somebody like, you know, your sister or your friend or your parents or somebody you work with, you know, out of fear, you're afraid to act on what your goals and dreams are. And the number one thing that the people that are elderly say is that they live with regret, because they say, I wish I did that. So I want you to fast forward or ask yourself right now, if you were on your deathbed, are there goals and dreams that you never acted on that are going to sit there and haunt you and say, I came to you, you never did anything? Because the wealthiest place on earth, and I've said this a million times, is
the graveyard.
Is the graveyard, because it's full of people's hopes, dreams, goals, ideas that they never acted on. And when Denzel shared that, I thought, like, wow, like, you have to go after anything you want. This is your life, and you are meant to live a life of excellence. And I think so often people don't. You have the ability to be the greatest story ever told and fill in those blank pages, but it doesn't happen without difficulty, obstacles, changing, getting out of your comfort zones, and being able to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
I think, and the main thing that I think most people get stuck on, and I did a post this morning about fear too, talking about this, but the main thing that a lot of people get stuck on is the people that are in their life and worrying so much about what people are going to say, what people are going to think, or taking people's opinions and advice, because you know, everybody wants to give you their advice. Everybody's going to give you their opinion. When you're going to do something that is, let's say, out of the norm, maybe, you know, people, I was reading or listening to Brene Brown, and she was saying that, you know, if you're like in a boxing arena, right, and you're like in the ring, and, you know, she goes, in life, you're going to get your ass beat, like, occasionally. And there are those people that are in the arena with you, and then there are those people up there in the cheap seats. And the people in the cheap seats are the ones that are going to throw their advice, throw their opinions at you. But you know what? If they're not in the arena getting their ass beat with you or level with you, you know what? Their opinion does not matter. Because unless they're living it with you or experiencing it with you, or it's their dream with you, you know, same dreams, you know what? Their opinion doesn't matter.
It's like you're never going to have somebody that's more successful in the area that you're trying to accomplish ever criticize you for doing what you're doing.
Never. Those people would never.
No, never. Like, you know, I could tell you from when I was a little boy and I wanted to get in law enforcement, and It was something that I could tell you my mom didn't want me to do, but I knew it was something in my heart I wanted to do. And now with the 20-year career that I've been in, I've been able to make an impact on things that I am happy and feel fulfilled because I knew in my heart I want to do it. Beachbody coaching. I had a lot of people make fun, mock, joke that the workouts don't work, the business doesn't work. Still now, like I see the hate messages about the MLMs and it's a pyramid scheme and network marketing and it doesn't work. And
Daisy.
It's this that it's never going. It's a scam. And let me tell you something.
Those people are sitting in the cheap seats.
They're sitting in the cheap seats.
They're not in the arena.
And my thing is that no, it's not a scam. You're a scam because I'll tell you right now, you're looking at two people that paid off 6 figures in debt and built an MLM that's a scam legally to 6-figure income that had her walk away from her job of 6 figures, that we're still building, that looking at to build our future, that we're looking to build at $1 million with big goals this year, leading a team. So but if I let all those people that said it's a scam, or I let the people's comments that I see now, like I'm in a fitness group now, and somebody asked, where are all the, non-coaches at? That was the question. And it was all these people commenting, and it was just negative after negative after negative. And if I was a newer coach and I read that, I'd probably be like, oh my God, I want to curl up in a corner and not do anything. But you have to literally have the vision and believe that you can't get caught up by the noise, or let those people outside the arena, or the people that aren't on the ball field, like they're not playing the game, they're on the bleachers, dictate where you want to go. But it's so true.
We're unboxing. He's playing baseball.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so true, and it just makes me think. But I know we're going off in many different ways because this is such a big topic. We could talk about your greatest story. We could talk about haters and naysayers. We could talk about, be the change you want to see. We could talk about so many different things.
The point is, you just have to be able to put your head down and envision yourself how you want to be, not necessarily where you are right now, because that's going to make you stuck. Where you want to be without and tuning out all of the noise, right? And you're putting your head down and understanding it is a process, and that any type of success that you want in your life is not an overnight thing. No. It's going to take time. I mean, I love to hear the stories of famous people who made it big and how it took them years upon years. And I love the story of Jim Carrey. I know. I love the Jim Carrey story. I don't know if you guys know that one.
Jim Carrey story, yeah.
Should I not go into that?
No, I mean, it's just... It's a lot. I don't want to keep people on here, but I think there's a lot of value. My goodness, I think we can do 6 more lives.
We could keep talking on it.
And elaborate on all these different topics, or write a book about it, because I'm living in it. I would have never seen it 8 years ago, but...
Block out the noise. Focus on what you want to happen in your life, and put
your
head down and make it happen until it, work at it until it happens. Even if it's 10, 20 years, go after your dreams. Don't die and die with regret. Don't die with regret.
It is. That's the number one thing that they say in nursing homes, is that it says the people say, I wish.
And regret is more painful than failing. Failing is good. Yeah. Failing is a growth.
At the end of pain often comes success. So you might as well get something for it. Struggle is less painful than regret. Struggle is less painful than regret. Yeah. Don't be having those ghosts haunt you. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't become a stat, because 98%, I'll finish with this, of people in this world live life by default. And those 98% by default let everything that happens to them on a daily basis control what they do each and every day. They become reactive to everything that happens to them, to their kids, to their family, and those things control where their life goes. It's living a life of a pity party and becoming the victim mentality. A victim mentality realizes I can't control what happens to me. I can control how I react. And how I react is going to move me forward to where I want to go in my life. And that will be the greatest story ever told. Your story, and going after your hopes, your dreams,
and there will be no two stories alike.
No.
That's the beauty
Don't
of it.
try to be anybody else. Be you.
Yeah.
But be the you want to see. Be the change you want to see. Go after you want. If you want change in this world, get off the social media. Go stop being haters on politics, everything else. Go out there and be the change you want to see. That's where you make a difference, and write that book. So guys, that's my message for tonight.
Love it.
Love it. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.